This was just upgraded to a hurricane about 15 minutes ago. After the last update came out at 10 o'clock, it was still a tropical storm. So technically we have a hurricane in the Gulf of Mexico now, but don't worry, not coming our way. If this was, June, July, or August, the upper level winds would have a chance of bringing it toward Texas. But this time of year, most everything gets pushed somewhat farther to the east, and that's what's happening now. You look at the hurricane is right about here, center. You can see the massive buildup of some heavier showers and storms there with those bigger clouds. So we'll zoom in on the specifics here for you. There is Nate, now a hurricane. Winds are at 75 miles per hour. It's a fast-moving storm, moving north-northwest at 22 miles per hour. Expected to zip right along. It's going to cover the Gulf of Mexico, kind of cross the Gulf of Mexico within about 24 hours. By tomorrow evening, it's already close to Louisiana and could be making landfall in eastern Louisiana or maybe near the Mississippi coastline tomorrow evening and night. And then from there, it weekends inland, but could be a rainmaker all the way from Mississippi and Alabama through the mid-Atlantic over the weekend and into Monday into the northeast. So Nate will definitely be a storm to watch for the central Gulf Coast and the southeast United States. Now, if you're sitting at home thinking, what can I do with my life this weekend? I think that every day. And if you want to get out, Palm Fest is going on this weekend. That's one thing for you. Both days look about the same. Kind of mostly sunny and hot, temperatures in the 90s in the afternoon, but Saturday and Sunday at the McAllen Convention Center. Again, Palm Fest is something for you. If you're more of a, maybe I want to go to the beach type of person, well, Sandcastle Day is going on too this weekend. Temperatures there mainly in the 80s, not so hot. If you're getting into water, though, a high risk of rip currents is likely, but some sunshine around there. You see, inland will be hot tomorrow, highs in the 90s over most of the valley, about 95 in La Jolla, 95 in Weslaco, and lower 90s in the lower valley, but 80s right along the coast. So it is a fairly hot weekend for October. And what's going on is we have a cold front trying to come in, a very weak one, but it's weakening. Hurricane Nate moving up, and the circulation kind of coming down the drier west side of the storm typically heats us up. So expected to be fairly sunny and hot both days, Saturday and Sunday. Beyond that front, which fades away, we have to watch for the next cold front. We told you about this one last half hour. Models have been disagreeing, but I think it does have a chance to cool us off for maybe about a whole 2 days or so. It should be one of those little shallow, thin layer of maybe cooler air comes racing through, maybe sometime Tuesday afternoon or evening. So it may start off warm on Tuesday, could get breezy and cooler for a while, but mainly just for, it looks like, the rest of Tuesday evening into Wednesday, because then that front kind of weakens and fizzles out, and then we could start to warm back up. But not much rain with this front. I think we do pump up rain chances a little bit next week, but maybe just isolated light rain showers, maybe a weak thunderstorm when the front passes, but kind of Tuesday going into Wednesday and Thursday, about a 20 to 40% chance for rain. So if you are headed toward the coast tomorrow, remember a high risk of rip currents, water temperatures in the 80s, air temperatures in the 80s tomorrow, and the winds from the north only about 5 to 10 miles per hour, maybe 15 miles per hour at the most at the coast. 90s over the weekend, and then Tuesday, kind of watch Tuesday, maybe a day when it starts off warm, then gets breezy and cooler later in the afternoon. Temperatures may fall through the 70s, and Wednesday might be the one cool day if the clouds stay around, where it could keep temperatures near 79 or 80. But we'll keep tracking your weekend weather, of course, throughout the weekend in your First 1-5 forecast.